Okay, in this question, the directions tell us to represent each pattern as an expression. Then identify whether the pattern is linear, exponential, or quadratic, and then explain your reason. In C2, they give us a table of values. A local pet shelter is able to see many of their pets adopted. The table lists the number of pets that have been adopted over several weeks. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is figure out, is this addition or subtraction? What is it, class?
Addition.
So I have plus 3. How about here?
Plus 4.
Plus 5. Plus 7. Plus 9. So this is called, in purple here, the first common difference. Class, do I have a first common difference? Is it all the same number? No. If this was all the same number, this would be linear. And it's not linear, no, that's my x, because it's not the same number. So now we're going to check for the second common difference. If it's a second common difference, then it would be quadratic. So let's figure this out. How do you go from 3 to 5? 2. Here? Class, do I have a second common difference? Yes, it's the same number. Therefore, your answer is quadratic. It says identify whether the pattern is linear, exponential, or quadratic. The answer, it's quadratic. It is quadratic because of a second common difference. Okay, we did the second part. Now it tells us the first part, represent each pattern as an expression or an equation. Well, now that I know that's quadratic, so once you create this graphic organizer, again, you might want to do twice as much work. What do I mean by that? This you cannot have on your quiz on Friday because it has examples. But you could write all this information in there. Does that make sense? Make steps out of it. To find the a value by taking the second common difference and divide it by 2. So to find this a value, standard form. To find this a value, I'm going to take the common difference and divide it by 2. Our second common difference here was 2. Let's color code this. So this 2 value, we're going to put there. So I have 2 divided by 2, which equals what? 1. So my a value is going to equal 1. Do you see that? Now to figure out the c value, I have to work my way up on my table, and it's really the y-intercept, which means that your x value is equal to 0. So basically move your table back to get 0. Okay, question. What number can I put there? Well, we said our first common difference was like 9, 7, 5, 3. What do you think the next one's going to be? 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. Right? They're all odd numbers. Okay? So if I just need to add 1, this number has to be 7. Do you see that? And you can double check because from 1 to 3, your second common difference would have been what? 2. So you're just working backwards. From 7 to 8 is plus 1, and it follows our pattern. Okay? So this value, when you have a 0 here, this becomes your c. So this is plus 7. In this problem, we don't have a b, so our answer is y equals x squared plus 7. So this is my expression. Find your common difference if it's quadratic. Only in quadratics you take the common difference and divide it by 2. This gives you your A value. And then work your chart backwards to get the 0. This value here becomes our C value. And then we know it's quadratic because of our second common difference.